Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video, I'm going to show you one of the most amazing game clips of Gems of War gameplay you are literally ever likely to see. Now, if there's one video you should probably watch all the way through, or at least the whole fight at least, it is this one, because the odds on what happened in this game being 100% truly legitimate are absolutely astronomical. I don't know how to work out the odds on this sort of thing, how you calculate it, but the odds must be huge. Now, I know in Gems of War we play a huge amount of battles sometimes, and sometimes it can be just a coincidence when something really random happens. Let's face it, the more times you repeat the same process, the more likely something unusual is to happen. But this stretches that belief to the absolute 9th degree. So I'll just explain briefly what happened and the team I was using. I was playing PvP on the old style system. I discovered this clip while just searching through my old video clips, and I'm glad I stumbled across it because I kind of forgot I'd saved this clip. But it was a basic Diamantina team, just 2 times Diamantina, Essentia and a Leprechaun. Essentia gives my Diamantinas a 50% start with mana, and we just cast Leprechaun. Most of the time this charges up our dragons straight away, and we do untold damage and win a lot of games virtually straight away. If things go wrong, Essentia can be there to summon 1 to 3 dragon spirits. And this is where things got really interesting, because as we see in the clip, things did go wrong against me, just the way the game goes sometimes. Fair enough, no issues with that whatsoever. But what is really intriguing was how dragon spirit spell works. Now, if we take a look at this, it deals scatter damage with a 75% chance to enchant all allies. But it's the scatter damage part that I'm interested in, and we'll explain just briefly. Now, with my nicer medals and bonuses, I think I was doing between 60 and 70 scatter damage. What scatter damage does, it splits up the amount of damage you're doing randomly between the remaining opponents. So it can be a low amount, it can be a high amount on different enemies, and that's just entirely random. So I'm not going to complain when, for example, the hero is on 3 or 4 life, and then we cast this with only 3 or 4 enemies remaining, sometimes I think less than that, and we only get a very small, like 2 damage go onto the hero. That can happen, that's just a chance. It just means that the rest of the damage, 60 odd plus, got divided up between the rest of the troops, and you know, just that very small amount went on the hero. Fair enough. But when that happens again, and 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 I'm not kidding, it just happened continuously. Every single time I cast my dragon spirit, the game was deciding that literally 1, 2, 3 damage or something like that was going on the hero, and the rest of it, like 60 odd plus, was going on everybody else. It was mind-boggling. It's like the odds on that, because it's not just the amount of damage being divided between the remaining troops and it deciding the hero is going to get a small amount, but it's the fact that it decided it was such a tiny amount every single time, and all the rest, that really high number, 60 odd plus, was going on the rest of the troops. There was one stage, I think there was even just a couple of troops left, and it put literally the maximum amount onto the top troop, which basically enabled the hero to survive. It was the only way it could survive, and it was like, at this point I knew the game was a bit weird. There's something weird going on with the game, but ordinarily when this happens in PvP, you just back out, just say I don't care about a loss, and just carry on. It's like, you're not going to waste your time on this. But this game felt so dodgy to me that I was determined to try and win it. No matter what, I was just going to stay in the game at all costs, and I don't care if it took me like 2 days. I would have stayed up. I was just going to try and win it no matter what. And I'm glad I did, and I saved the gameplay afterwards, and you'll see what happened. Right, let's take a look at the clip, because it was absolutely nuts. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. Is this kind of proof that at times the game is fiddled towards what the AI wants to do? Or is it just a massive coincidence that, you know, over a great many battles, this kind of thing will happen sometimes? But I've never known anything quite like this. Anyway, let's check it out. Right, so let's take a look at this battle. I'm not quite sure you'll ever see anything the same as this again. It's absolutely insane what happened. Over 13 minutes long. Started ordinarily enough. Just gonna See if we can blow away the enemy quite quickly. Did make a mistake there. I should have charged the second Diamantina up straight away, but we're so used to winning battles super quick for this team that quite often it doesn't matter. There you go. They've got the cast there on the Mystic Manuscript. Really good weapon. Going to get the summon on that. We've got to be prepared for that sort of thing. This is quite a well set up team, by the way. The weapon uses brown. Every time it gets brown, it's going to get a rock solid barrier. So that's fair enough. Not complaining about that sort of thing. That is completely natural and good. But you are thinking, okay, I need 2 casts at some point to get rid of that thing, because it's going to get the barrier when the match is brown, which is going to do to charge up its mana. And you need another cast of Diamantina to get rid of it. But it wasn't the Diamantinas that were the interesting thing about this team, as we'll see quite soon. It's when my Essenzia starts casting the Dragon Spirits, which do the scatter damage, how the AI refused to just give the literally 3 or 4 out of 60, nearly 70 sometimes, scatter damage on the hero to kill it off. Absolutely refused. And not once or twice, not 3, not 4, not 5, but haven't counted, but 6, 7, 8 times. It's absolutely insane. It got to the point where you'll see the hero soon on literally 2 health, sometimes 1 health, and somehow managing to survive. It's absolutely nuts. And as I said, not one time, time and time and time again. The odds on that must be absolutely huge. Let's check in to see it had rock solid. A couple of their troops submerged, so they're going to dodge the old Diamantina damage to wall. Fair enough. Got my first Dragon Spirit troop in there, though. I kind of knew that the game was a bit weird already. It just had that funny vibe about it. When you've played as many games as I have, sort of thing, and a lot of high-end players that have been playing a game forever have played, you get a feeling for these sort of games sometimes when they're just going a bit funny. And sometimes, and I'm sure, again, many players have had this feeling, sometimes as soon as you start a game, sometimes in the first few turns, you can almost feel that the AI desperately wants you to lose. It's almost like it's written into the program sometimes that you're going to lose one now and again, and before you've even made a single match, the AI has decided the gem matches are going to go against you and the AI will win. But I was kind of determined not to let it happen. As you can see, the hero's down to 27 life now, so we're chipping away slowly but surely. I mean, the gems do have to be controlled to a certain degree. I get that. There is an element of control over it. Otherwise, the game could be well and truly mega broken, and you could get some absolutely insane stuff going on. But I get that. But somehow fixing the game to try and ensure a loss for you and a win for the AI seems a bit weird to me. But like I say, this was on the old PvP system. Kind of glad I rediscovered this video. I completely forgot I recorded it. It was in my kind of lost archives near the bottom. So we've got of my video collection. So still chipping away. What are you thinking now that I need to do something different to win this game? I'd already realised this was not going to be a normal fight. Taking those spirit gems to try and slow down the enemy's mana gains. See, if you're lucky here, then this could wipe out the hero completely on that scatter damage. If it does enough, because the scatter damage is literally just randomly spread out between the amount of remaining opponents. There's only 2 left now. Look, 50 and 12, 62. I'll do 62 damage. Right, both of these back to back, 4 health, 6 altogether. Look, oh, they got barrier back. Fair enough. Got brown. That can happen, but we've got both dragon spirits up again. Let's take away the barrier. 6 health. You're gone, surely. Nope. Just 4 damage onto them. Right. But it gets worse. That's nothing. We haven't even started yet on how dodgy this game is. That's 2 extreme instances of either pure luck or severe dodginess from the Gems of War gods. There you go. Come on. What happened next? I'm trying to remember what happened next. This is the first time I've added an audio overlay onto a video before. Right, double cast. 1 to take away the barrier. There you go. 4 life altogether. Surely. Here we go. Nope. Only 3 damage again that times. I mean, it has got anti-magic sphere, so it is going to reduce 20% of damage from that. But still. It's doing a tiny amount of damage. Just enough to keep the hero going, not letting it die. There you go. Just 2 damage to it at that time. It had no barrier. It took it down from 3 life to 1 life. It's now left on 1 life. Cast Leprechaun, surely. Yep. Right, we're ready to go, but they've got a barrier back. Fair enough. That can happen. Collects brown. That is a sensible thing to do. Back-to-back casts now. My dragon spirits surely must end the game. They've got 3 total armor and life. There's the barrier gone. No barrier. Watch this. It just took 2 life again. So it gave all that damage, 60 plus, to the top 2 troops, and just the minimal amount possible again to the AI on the hero to keep it going. No barrier. 3 life. Watch. How many times? This is the most insane video I think I've ever seen of Gems of War. It just took 2 again. What's that, 5th time? Again, here we go. Just 3 life altogether. What's this? Oh, on the next cast. The good thing about the dragon spirits is the way they can get enchanted. Here we go, 3 life. Come on, go. Must work now, surely. It's got to just give 3 damage out of 60 odd plus. Nope, just 2 again. I thought the game was broken now or bugged or something, but I was determined to see it out. I was like, I didn't care if this battle took 5 hours. There you go. I was going to win it no matter what, or carried on until it ended, one way or the other. But there was no way I was going to quit. Ordinarily, you just quit these sort of games. It's not worth carrying on if you're after PvP score on the older system or VP points now. Look, 3 health again. Here we go. No, 2 damage. It's just refusing to kill it. Now it's got rock solid. How many is that now? Is that 7 times? It's been down to like 3 health or 2 health, something like that. By now, I was thinking maybe let Leprechaun die and try and get 3 dragon spirits up. I was thinking that's the only way I'm going to win this game. Because it keeps on taking it down to 1 life, and then hopefully I can cast the 3rd dragon spirit and do it that way. I may one day actually release the original audio from this for members only or something like that, because it was quite comical, because there was plenty of expletives going on at this stage. Just lost my Leprechaun. That is probably handy, because that's sort of what I wanted. I wanted to get plenty of dragon spirits into the game. Right, so not just now, think of the very first part of the game where I nearly won it in like the first 30 seconds. And now we're down to Essenzia on 26 life. They've got 4 troops. They've dodged death on 1 and 2 health on their hero. God knows how many times now. Right. This is kind of what I wanted. 3 dragon spirits. Here we go. I was thinking All I can do now is get all of these up and just cast a lot of them back to back. Surely it can't survive that. Never had a battle like this. It's absolutely insane. What did I do next? None of my colours were there for my dragon spirits. Probably take blue. I have a bad bunch of choices. Enemy's got rock solid anyway. Not like you can stop it from getting it. Let's get that 4 match. Don't think I was thinking about casting my dragon spirits right now, but you can get the enchant, which is a really cool thing about it. But sometimes I think, right, there we go, we've taken their barrier away again, and we've got the enchant. Sometimes I maybe think the game, right, 9, down to 2 again. Sometimes I think the game was just designed to make games longer, to slow people down in their progress, because when I was down to my Essentia on 20-something life, if it wanted to kill me, why not just let the AI have a skull hit? Just let it just, you know, drop down to give them a skull hit and end the game. Make me lose. But it didn't. It kind of made the game super long. Right, so if we take that match, right, we're now 1 round away from getting all our dragon spirits up. Have to do it this time, surely. All 3 of them are going to be up. The AI's got 4 life. Look, it still didn't kill it. Out of all that scatter damage, it still, on that previous cast, refused to give more than 3 damage onto the hero. Absolutely bizarre. By this point, I knew I was going to finally win. But I kind of knew I had to get it to that point where I kind of gave the game no choice to keep on cheating. 'Cause that's what it felt like. There's only so much bad luck that there can be where it's coincidence. You know, because basically it's like, you know, how many times can it possibly decide to split up the damage like that and it go, that low amount, go on the hero every single time? When the scatter damage should be random between all the remaining troops. So dodgy. And there we go. So there you go, there's the battle. Let me know what you think in the comments about this, because like I say, it's either a huge coincidence, like we're talking like massive odds of that being legitimate, I think, but it can happen. After all, people win the lotto or the lottery every single week, and the odds on that are massive at the same time. But considering the amount of scatter damage and the troops it has to pick from, and it's deciding time and time again, not only is it the hero that gets a really small amount, where normally scatter damage is quite even, but it also is getting just the smallest amount, just enough to keep it alive time and time again. Amazing. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. I thought I'd post this video to show people some of the absolutely mad things that can happen in this game. Well, there it is. There's a video. If you enjoyed it, found it useful or helpful, it'd be really cool if you bash that like and subscribe button. It really does help. But most of all, thanks for watching. Catch you again next time. Bye for now.